Bridgend Animal Rescue Centre is a support hub for the local community, offering a range of services. But how did it all begin?
Initially we started, particularly for the elderly people who needed admission to hospital. Quite often they wouldn't go because they had a pet at home and there was no one to look after them. So we started off as a foster-based company that was looking after these animals. So we very quickly developed into a rescue centre, and that's primarily what we do. However, going forward, we have registered as a community interest company, and we do work now within the wider community. So we do things like the pet food bank. So for people who might be struggling to feed themselves and their pets, they can go to the human food bank for themselves, but they can come to us and we can feed their pets for them. We do an educational pathway scheme, which was funded by the National Lottery for young people who are 16 plus that can't quite stay in mainstream education for various reasons, learning difficulties, behavioural problems, things like that. These children that are likely to leave without qualifications, we take on 3 days a week. We have a class here. These children do CPD awards, where they get an actual certificate, an accredited award. They get to do work experience, they get nice trips out to places like Battersea and Crufts, and so they go to farms, they do a bit of farm work.
What are you doing today, Josh?
I've come here to do a puppy training course for animal care.
Lovely, and you enjoying it?
Yeah.
So what kind of things do you do on this puppy training course?
We're learning how to train puppies and what their instincts are of different breeds of dogs, how to treat them, how to look after them, where to buy pups, where not to buy them.
So is working with animals something you'd like to do in the future?
Yeah.
Lots of people bring us donations. Roy, the home bargains cat, is a bit of a personality in Bridgend, and he's got his own little thing in home bargains that people donate to, so they bring us some of that. Burns and IAMS this year have made 2 really large donations to us of dog and cat food.
But despite the amazing help they've already received, Rebecca is still looking to raise money for a worthy cause.
We are trying to raise £10,000. It goes back to last Christmas, to a story of a homeless family who were street homeless, and they were sleeping on the streets and couldn't access shelter because they had an animal. One night they did decide to access the shelter. The shelter staff then tied the dog up outside and made it a little shelter outside. When the family got up in the morning to go and collect their dog, he'd actually jumped the fence and he'd hanged, and the family were very distraught. And we sort of supported them through that, and we paid for his remains to be cremated and given back to the family. But there's a need in the area for shelters that allow animals, because very many homeless people, all they've got is their animal and they're not prepared to give that up.